Hey you guys, it's Allis. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not new then of course welcome back. So guys, for today's video I'm going to be doing a summer ready, no makeup but like a little bit of makeup look. This is just an everyday makeup look for summertime, especially for those girls who have freckles and who are struggling to find a good routine where you can still emphasize, show your freckles through, and not have to wear too much makeup. Definitely have some tips and tricks up my sleeve and things that I like to do every single day to enhance my features and not cover them up, but at the same time cover up any imperfections that I may have, like constant breakouts, scars, discoloration, and things like that. This is what my skin was looking like before I started this video, and this is the way it's looking now. Definitely a lot more covered up. You can still see my skin through. You can still see that I look very natural, but I definitely am enhancing certain features of my face that I still want to be pulled through and still shown. So guys, with all of that said, if you're interested in seeing how to get this everyday makeup look, everyday no makeup look, I don't even know what I'm calling this video. So if you want to see how to get this look, then of course please keep watching. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a really quick makeup look. It's not going to be anything crazy, but I figured I would still record this because it's something that I feel can be really helpful, especially for those of you who just don't want to deal with wearing foundation every single day, because that is not what I'm about. I seriously feel like I only wear foundation like on the weekends or when I truly have time for my makeup, which is usually not on an everyday basis. Plus, wearing foundation every day, we know that that could really do a number on your skin. So first things first, let me take this hair out of my face because I decided to do this little hairstyle today and I don't know why. Not my smartest decision. Just a little bit of moisturizer. Today I'm going to be using the Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream. This is a really good one, you guys, because it is very lightweight, and on a day-to-day basis, especially in the morning, I don't usually like to go in with a heavy cream, especially because in the summertime I tend to be very oily, and a thick heavy moisturizer in the morning is just going to accentuate my oils and it's just going to give them life. Will end up making my face look really greasy. So I tend to stick with a really lightweight moisturizer like this one. Another really good one is the Ulta moisturizer. That's another really good one. I will put a picture of it here if you guys are looking for a dupe for this, but this one by Saturday Skin is really good. So once that is dry, I'm moving right into brows because Lord knows these brows need help. I'm using one of my favorites, the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Mine is in the shade Taupe. So now that my brows are on, I'm just going to go in with this e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is in the shade Neutral Brown. This is actually fairly new to me. I've been testing it out for about a month now, and it's pretty good, you guys. This basically does have little tiny, I think, fibers in them to just help kind of fill in the areas of your brow that don't have any hair, and this can be used in place of a brow pencil or a brow powder. I personally don't usually use it on its own, but I do like to use it how I'm doing it right now, to just go over top of whatever product I have on, just to kind of help it really fill in some areas that I might not have gotten, and it does actually do a good job at setting the brow as well. So now that the brows are on, I'm going in with the most important step in this entire video, and that is some concealer. You can take whatever concealer that you like, preferably something that is full coverage though, especially if you are using it for the purpose of covering or hiding any imperfections. I do have some breakouts coming through here, and I have some coming through here, and I have just some general redness in this area here. So what I want to do is just take a little bit of concealer. I do really like this concealer, not only because it's full coverage, but it also is very close to my skin complexion. Whenever you're doing this to kind of spot conceal or to just treat any area that you have a specific breakout or some sort of discoloration, a scar, whatever it may be, and the lighter it gets, the more obvious it's going to be that you're wearing a concealer to spot conceal, and it's not going to look as natural. So I always try to say stay one shade lighter than your skin complexion, if not your actual skin complexion, and no more than that. If you start to push even 2 or more shades lighter, then it's just going to look too obvious and it's just not going to be that natural. And because we're not using concealer, that is why that is so important. So I love this one. It's very full coverage. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I'm just going to use it on the areas of my skin that just need a little bit of help. You can definitely color correct, like use like a green concealer or an orange concealer and then go over that depending on how dark the breakout is. But because my breakouts are not that dark or intense, I don't feel like I need to. And now I'm just blending and pushing this into my skin with a beauty blender. I always say go in with a beauty sponge because it's just going to wring in all the excess product and it's just going to look the most natural. And with whatever is left over, I'm just going to kind of go over the area of my face that has redness here. I like to do this on an everyday basis because it really just takes me no time to get this done. and the outcome just always looks like I end up trying so hard on my face, when realistically that is so far from the case. So here you guys can see the immediate difference in my skin. I will put it before just so you guys can see what my skin was looking like. You can definitely see now that it looks a whole lot more color corrected, but it still looks natural. You can still see some of my imperfections through, and not enough to the point where they're super obvious. With some concealer, just a tiny little dollop just on each under eye corner right here, and then I would just blend that outward. Don't want to do too much, especially not like that big triangle effect, because if you're not going to wear any foundation, I can't stress that enough throughout this whole entire video. If you're going to do anything that requires little to no foundation and you're working with concealer to kind of just fix up and color correct your face, you really want to work in small sections, and you want to work with small amounts as well. Less is more. Always remember that. All right, I'm going to take a tiny little bit of setting powder. I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Powder HD setting powder. This is in the shade Banana here. I'm taking a tiny bit just to set the concealer that's under my eyes, because I tend to crease there really quickly. For the eyes, I would typically say don't do anything at all, because honestly it's not necessary, especially on an everyday basis where you just want to like make yourself look more awake. You really don't have to do much when it comes to your eyes. But something that I really like to do almost every day is I like to take a brown eyeshadow of some sort. You can even take a bronzer if you want. A super thin liner brush like this one right here. This is by Allis Cosmetics. Just dip this into whatever brown shadow that you want and run that across your lash line. This has been one of my favorite hacks to just make you look more awake, more alert, and make it look like you're doing something with your makeup, but realistically you're not. If you struggle with making it like a straight line, I always recommend that you use a little bit of tape. But the beauty of using a brown shadow is the fact that the brown is very forgiving, and even if your line isn't that straight, it's fine. You can't even tell. All right, I'm gonna give my lashes a good curl. My natural lashes actually look like shit. Like, they're very short. And yeah, I'm definitely not gifted in that department, but on a day-to-day basis I do not wear lashes. It's just not something I want to do every single day. So because this is a more natural look, I am going to be using just some mascara. I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex. If you are looking for a little bit more volume in your lashes, this is a great one. I'm taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation in the shade Almond. I like using some sort of a creamy product, a cream foundation, cream bronzer, just because I feel like this is the most natural. Cream just has a way of just seeping into your skin and blending a lot more naturally versus a regular bronzer, which tends to just sit on your face. Whenever I'm not wearing foundation, I always like to just go in with some sort of a cream product. Contour this little double chin here. I don't know where I got this double chin from, but this shit needs to go away. In the summertime, I don't ever skip blush. I love blush, especially because the peachiness of it, just the vibrancy of it. So I'm taking this Allis Cosmetics Colorete Trio. I love this, you guys. I feel like I use this too much, honestly. I'm taking the shade Seclusion and Isla. I'm going to apply a little bit over my nose just because I love doing that in the summertime. If you have freckles, this is great. Provides a little bit more emphasis and focus to your freckles. And almost looks like you have like a little sunburn, which is kind of cute. For the lips, I feel like there's always something about wearing a more of a darker lip. I like it. I feel like it kind of pulls things together nicely, and it makes it look like you did a lot with your makeup, and realistically, you didn't. I'm taking the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner. These have been my favorite lately. This is in the shade Cafe. Such a beautiful neutral brown. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's right in the middle, and I absolutely love it. And for lip gloss, I'm going to go in with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. Just a beautiful like mocha brown. If you are a little bit more fair than me, this is going to be a really nice rich brown on you. And if you are darker than me, if you are more of a chocolatey complexion, then this is going to be your perfect nude gloss. Do you see how that just pulled this look together and made it look like I have a lot more makeup on than I actually do? That's why I do tend to go in with a little bit more of a richer type of lip color, especially when I don't have much going on my face, because it really just changes the tone of the makeup look and it makes it look like I have a lot more makeup on than I actually do. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up this makeup look. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you found it helpful. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.